Welcome to this video. Today we're just going to head out on a mission, do some chill stuff. My current mission is to go patrol a village, which we're going to go head out and do. Hopefully you guys enjoy the mission.
Alright, so sadly for this part of the video, I kind of messed up and I forgot to add my microphone to the recording. The beginning was me, but this part of the video, most of the part of the video sadly, is going to be a voiceover. So what I'll end up doing is simply just explaining what's going on. The in-game sound should be fine, but you won't be able to hear me say anything or comment on what's going on. But in this video, you'll see most of what you can experience in Proelium. Not everything, but most. You can see the medic working, you can see some of the intense firefights, and some of the more realistic moments you can get. I hope you all enjoy. Else just lean back and enjoy the video. So, I arrive at the town. It's very quiet, more quiet than I thought it was going to be. To be honest, I expected much more civilian activity around the town. First thing I do though is set up my AI. I have 3 teams, red, green, and blue. I use these teams to kind of know what areas are being covered in my head, I guess you can say. Red team, I immediately assign to watch the truck. Green team, I tell to follow me, or essentially come with me. And so I do blue team. I assign green team to the center to watch that, and blue team to watch down the street later on. My job in this patrolling mission is to go around and check the civilians and see if anyone needs to be arrested. The teams are simply there to be almost like an alarm. If any enemies are walking around or my AI spots them, I'll hear them call it out, hear gunshots, or I'll see them in combat mode. Now when I've set out all the AI to watch the areas I want them to, I'm going to set up 2 later, but you'll see that in the video. I look for civilians. I'm going out to find if there's anyone around. Here I spot my first civilian. I'm chasing them down a bit. If the mic was working, you would hear me scream at them to stop. Obviously, doing that does nothing. But I finally catch up and I get to interrogate them. I'm so lucky the first civilian I talk to gives me intel. They tell me about some intelligence things. I just move on and go on to the next civilian. There, the nod of the head was just me saying thank you, in case you were wondering. But I continue on like this and just keep looking for civilians for a bit. I'll go ahead and speed up the footage for you for a bit here until we get to the next section. See you then. So, as you saw there, I just set up the 2 blue guys, and then I went onto the map and you can see how I'm explaining the red team is back by the truck where it stopped. Then the next team, blue team, I have put into the city. I've told people to watch north there. Here, I told where blue team is, green team, and so on and so forth. I am basically just pointing out where everyone's stationed. As you can see now, everyone's watching the areas I want them to. I'm also going to try to make them watch different directions. That's where you can see in the top left. And then I find my last civilian. Now, it told me to leave the area, but I want to check just to make sure I didn't miss someone. And I checked them anyway. In a minute, you'll actually see me get caught off guard for a little bit. I didn't think I was going to see any enemies this round. But, oh boy, I was wrong. Now when I'm done with that civilian, I was heading back to the truck. But then, I see that guy be in a combat stance, which caught me off guard, and once I saw that, that's things kicked off. Alright, I'll let you watch the firefight. I'll see you in a bit.
Вижу вражеский БТР. 100 метров, вперед! Противник! Вражеский солдат! 100 метров, с левого фланга!
Вижу вражеского стрелка. 200 метров, влево!
Вижу вражескую пехоту. 100 метров влево. Вижу цель. 100 метров назад.
Alright, so here I actually come across this BDRM, I think it's called. And I noticed that there's no gunner on it, but I'm pretty sure there's a driver in it. So I decided to try to shoot, to try to kill the people inside and not blow up the vehicle. Now I do end up not blowing up the vehicle, but I don't know if the people are dead inside, so I made sure to check and see if the driver got out or if what's happening with it if it started driving. It wasn't moving, so I assumed it was dead.
200 метров влево.
I continue on and continue fighting.
Доложите обстановку.
Квадрат 1, 0, 7, 1, 2, 3. Вражеский солдат. 300 метров назад.
Alright, so here you'll see a small cut because I lost a part of the footage. But the only thing you missed was simply the guy I was shooting at a second ago ran up along the car and we had a firefight. He wounded me and I laid down. I obviously won it as he's laying dead, but I had to heal myself and I moved on, just in case you
Вижу
want to know.
цель. 300 метров слева. Гранатометчик. 200 метров влево.
So now you actually see one of my medics trying to heal a person in the open there. Now I was annoyed by that because my medic's now sitting in the open, and sadly, while the doctor was healing the guy down, I believe he was shot again. So my doctor will end up dying there, sadly. A few of my guys were caught in the open by the looks of it and got killed. I don't know why they're standing in the
Все
open.
ясно.
I tried to tell my medic to gain cover, but my medic decided to say, fuck you, I'm going to save this man even though he was dead. It's nice to see the medics were trying, but obviously it's sad that he ended up dying later on. Alright,
Нужен врач.
enjoy. So what you'll see here is actually me trying to get back to the truck and get my guys out of there. I realized a lot of my guys were dying, a lot of the AI was dying. There's almost one of each team alive. 3 there is actually down, and I don't know where he is. I find him later, in the last second. I decided to declare him dead once I actually was leaving. You'll see in a second. But I'll get in the truck, and I'll start driving away once they're all in. And then I'll reconsider and think, I can win this firefight. And I'll drive back, but I want to gain a better position. So I'll actually be coming in from a different angle of the city. Now I'll sadly lose a person for doing
Черт,
that,
мы несем потери.
but it ends up winning the firefight. You'll be able to see me doing that now. I'll speed it up a little bit so you don't have to watch me an entire drive around. So I decided on this place, not too far from where I actually stopped the first time, but I've decided on this place because I believe that right here is the only area I haven't seen enemies run around. I was wrong about this, sadly. There was 2 people, and you'll see one of my AI dying from that. But I tell them to get inside, to garrison the building essentially.
Я ранен.
Because I want to keep the AI alive. You have a massive penalty for losing them, and you'll see in the end, I take a minus 75. You see one of my guys died there. I go out and do a quick check to see if I can find the enemy. I don't see him, sadly. Now what I didn't know is the guy was actually shot from the right side, and I thought he was shot from the left, so I only checked the left.
3. Двигайся влево.
Now, I'll just be fighting inside the house for a bit, being paranoid.
2.
But while
Двигайся
I'm trying to
вперед.
set up the AI in better positions, I'll end up hearing some
5.
shenanigans
Двигайся
going on
вправо.
downstairs, and I actually run down the stairs and realize that an enemy had sprinted in and started engaging one of my guys. Luckily, he doesn't get to kill him, but you'll see that here now. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know if he was trying to surrender or if he was stuck in a weird animation. I was to tell my AI to heal himself here because I watched sees he's wounded.
2. Забинтуй рану.
And while I'm trying to make sure I don't die and stand in the window for too long, I'll speed this up a bit until we exit the house.
Двигайся вперед.
Понял, ваш.
After finally feeling like no one else is going to walk into the house and I'm safe enough to go outside to start clearing the garage and try to check for where 3 is, because if you had noticed, 3 had said he's alive to me during this. And I went out to check where he is, and I realized he's right there, and that's when he bleeds out. I continued checking around, because I still feel like there's enemies about, and it's not 100% safe yet. It's like, you know, that sixth feeling, or sixth sense, and I'm right. I catch 2 guys. While I'm checking this guy, you see in the window, his buddy walks past. What I realized was that he had a launcher, so I had to hurry a little bit. And I see this, and I immediately start pushing, because I feel safe enough that he's not watching the corner. And I catch him just as he's about to fire. After this, it's pretty much safe. If people start to surrender, I'm just checking around to feel safe enough. I feel pretty confident to walk around the open, even get inside my own car to turn off the engine. I was getting pretty annoyed with having the constant engine noise. I'm sure you guys also were. But that's it. That's the firefight. After this, I'm just checking bodies, confirming them, getting that extra points because I know I'm going to take a big hit. Grab a new launcher just in case something happens, just in case another attack happens. Other than that, that confirms it to me. He surrendered.
Два. Двигайся вперед.
Все чисто.
After securing the first guy out here and making sure there's no other interactions, I peek this corner and I see that civilian with his hands up. I know that usually means that I can do something with them, but I was too scared of a suicide bomber to even touch that civilian.
5.
I
Двигайся влево.
refuse to go near him. I have blown up before, and after surviving this firefight, I absolutely refuse to die to just some suicide bomber. I tell my guys to get into some Overwatch positions and wait for me to get done. After this, it's just me going around confirming, checking that I can't do something with friendly bodies, making sure there's no hidden feature I've missed, but as far as I see, no. I'm still checking corners because I rather want to be cautious than dead. But other than that, from now on, it's just me checking all the bodies, making sure they're all verified. So not much more to see. Now after I've checked all the bodies, you'll actually see me realize that that mic wasn't recording, and I'll have fixed this. That means no more voiceover Simon. Have fun.
Alright, so the fight's over. Sadly, I know the last couple of clips you've probably seen of the fight, I had no mic. I just realized that my mic was not recording. So, you might have heard me commentating just from the recording, but I'm back. I'm live. You can hear me while I'm playing the game. Sweet. The everything's dialed down. Everything's good again. We no longer have to worry about any rebels around here. so I can obviously have these two boys regroup on me.
Отступай!
Понял.
Come on down, boys. Come join me. We've got ourselves some POWs, stuff like that. I ain't touching that civilian because I ain't blowing up. And luckily, we didn't lose our vehicle. Alright, we're arriving back at base. Honestly, can we catch some fuel? I wonder. Can we steal from the civvies? No, okay, fine. I won't steal from the civvies. We made it back to base. I am a little scared about where my BDRM that I stole is. Because I told to drive back to base and I haven't seen it. Now, I've checked where he is, and he keeps saying a different grid. Now, I don't speak Russian, but he's saying something. Oh my god, we have a BT. Sorry, I just realized I could have taken that instead of this shitty truck. That's fine. I'm not too upset about it, but dang. Okay. And the big question I had in the beginning, did I take a radio operator with me? No. So if I lost my truck, I was fucked. Oh well. We're back at base, and hey, we lost the vehicle, but who cares, really, you know? I also lost, I would say, about 80% of my squad. I am not going to be doing that. Shit, I just actually did that. I'm going to get out properly so the engine turns off. So, we made it back to base. Lovely. A lot of people died. I am sorry, guys. All your friends may be dead in the field. But, we made it back alive. It was a good firefight. We were able to take them all out. Really happy. Now let's finish the mission, talk to the commander, and be like, hey buddy, we did it. Let's get our report and see how well we did. Scores always good. Probably gonna get a few minuses here. Alright, bonus, yeah. Medium difficulty, yeah. Penalty soldier slot, yeah. Minus 75, yep. Sounds about right. Enemies killed, alright. We had a pretty bad score there. But that's alright. We did lose quite a lot of soldiers there, to be fair. We did win the engagement, we did do the mission, but sadly we lost all of our men. Which, there is a downside for taking a lot of AI. Now, for me, I didn't know you could take this many AI, and it was a slight just test to see how that would feel. Now, I had all took them all infantry, and that's obviously why they all died, because most of them just stood in the open and died, and didn't listen to my orders. But that's alright. They're back. We can have to recruit them again. But that was a really fun mission. Obviously, I didn't expect to get engaged in the patrol mission, but anything can happen. I hope you all enjoyed the video on this mission. I know it's probably going to be a short video, but hopefully next time I'll actually remember to check if my mic's working. Alright, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.